2002, Subaru released the first model of the WRX, the infamous Bug-Eye. It had its various assortments of problems and issues. Over 15 years, it came to the 2016 WRX. Others have had their issues with the 2002 WRX countless times, in and out, and we figured every single thing wrong and right with this car.
Now let's see what Subaru has changed over more than a decade.
So, the first beef that I have with my 2002 WRX is the shifter. Sometimes when I'm coming down to a rolling stop, or when I'm at a dead stop at an intersection, or any kind of traffic circle, whatever, I'm not able to get into first gear. That causes a hold up, a lot of extra stress. It is stressful for me personally because I have to pump the clutch and I have to figure out a way to jam it into first gear without destroying it. It just really gets on my nerves. It's one of those little things. I mean, everybody, every once in a while get kicked out of one of their gears when they're trying to shift. I just get kicked out of first gear when I'm at a standstill. Number two, this car has the 2004 to 2007 STI BC racing coilovers on it. Being that they are race setup coilovers, they're extremely stiff, and it's an absolute bitch to drive on. It's real warm in my ass. I like that. Something that I absolutely can't stand is just the fact that these coilovers are so damn tight. I mean, I don't think it was a bad idea to get STI coilovers on it. I will not regret it because race car, because fuck you. It's still a bitch to deal with. If I soften it up, I'm gonna get more gas mileage, but I lose acceleration, I lose handling. If I tighten it up, I lose gas mileage, and I also put a much higher beating on the car. And you might think, oh, so the suspension's tighter, whatever. But I'll get to that in just a second. It's actually further down my list. So the next thing is, like I mentioned, it gets atrocious gas mileage. This thing has been nicknamed by many of my friends, besides being called the dad wagon, the Suburban, because this thing makes the Suburban look like a Prius. I'm averaging about 18 miles to the gallon, absolute tops, with plenty of highway driving on a 12.5 gallon gas tank for filling up on 93 octane. So it absolutely drains my wallet, being a broke college student as it is. I can't even afford new car parts for this thing because, well, quite simply, I'm dumping my money into my gas tank. So that's super obnoxious. It's also due in part to the exhaust mods I have. I really did buy myself into that one, but I mean, that's just one of the things I don't like. If the car could be a little bit more efficient, that would be great. Ah, that's right. The 2002 Subaru WRX was known and infamous for having what was called the glass transmission.
Does that sound familiar, Evo owners?
Glass transmission is really supposed to only be a Mitsubishi problem, but here we are, the 2002 WRX and a glass transmission with 250,000 miles on it. I am living on borrowed time, and I know it. So I can't launch, not that I would launch anyway. I drive within the speed limit. You gotta be safe. Never go over the speed limit. Be safe everywhere. But you can't launch. You can't suck it down shifting, especially when you're this many miles into the transmission. You have to be a lot more careful with things. It's weaker in general. I also don't like, on top of being a weaker transmission, it's only a 5-speed. I guess that's like a part 3A, or 3B. Final issue, rusting. This thing is a monster with rust. The 02 and 03 wagons were infamous for their rusting issues. If you found rust on the weather stripping along your rear quarter panels on your driver or passenger side, you know it's too late. I found those myself, but I've decided to invest in fixing it because this is in fact my dream car, all the problems it may have. Once you find those, that is indicative of a massive rust hole going through your shock tower. Now, for those of you car guys out there, you know what a rust hole through your shock tower means. For those of you who don't, let's put it this way. You'll be driving down the highway and you're going to hit the wrong bump and your shock tower is just going to absolutely explode. It's going to shoot your shock straight up into the cabin and you're going to lose a wheel. Now imagine you're doing 80 miles an hour down the highway with lots of other traffic around you. You're going to be 110% fucked. It's not going to be a fun time. It's going to be a toss-up as to whether or not you walk out of that accident okay. To me, that's a huge issue. I'm looking at about $2,000 in repairs to get that fixed, and it really gets on my nerves. It's probably the biggest beef that I have with this car because Subaru did not make a recall on the weather stripping. They made recall on front control arms. They made recall on some minor cruise control issues, but they knew damn well that they put bad weather stripping in those rear quarter panels and inside the wheel wells, and they did not recall any of that. So Subaru, I got some beef with you for that. Now that we've covered all the issues with the 2002 WRX, let's shift on over to see what they fixed in a decade and a half.
Number one, hasn't changed, Subaru, hasn't changed. I had to upgrade the shifter because it would not go anywhere. It wouldn't go into gear, as Anthony said. It just wouldn't do it. Now with my new upgrade, I have a new bulb and it's all distorted. Built Wrx'S, I'm still mad at you for that one. I got beat. They don't answer their customer service.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys don't answer the fucking hotline anyway. I think Drake's answered more hotline calls than you have.
Number 2, it's not an STI. I wish I had an STI. The boxer rumble, the boxer engine, the STI logos, the big wing. What else could you want? I mean, that's basically my dream car. I had to downgrade a little bit, I guess, but...
So to interrupt that a little bit, for those of you guys who are typing in 10 things I hate about my car, 10 things I hate about this or that, Subaru WRX, and you're shopping around for cars, there's a good chance that you probably are not a Subaru enthusiast. A lot of the Subaru enthusiasts are bitching and complaining about the same exact shit that we are. So as far as you're wondering right now, the STI to WRX difference means that you're looking at an F820 designation engine, which is a much different header configuration than the EJ20 is. The EJ20 is Subaru's long-used engine configuration of horizontally opposed 4 cylinders that run like this. The FA runs like this as well as a flat 4, giving it a nice low center of gravity, great torque, and great handling, but it's got equal length exhaust headers, which means that you don't get a different level of pressure coming out from the headers, coming from 1 and 3 and then 2 and 4. It's going to be an equal rumble, so it's not going to go... It's going to be more of a...
And I wish.
With clips.
Number 3, after upgrading my headlights, I decided to do what every 2015 to 2017 WRX and STI owner has done, and I painted my headlights black. First problem with that is I painted them black. I upgraded this beautiful blue sea light that switches, but I decided to paint my high beam / DRL to yellow. I don't mind it. I like the yellow look during night and during the day, but it just doesn't bring enough visibility. It doesn't do it for my car. It just doesn't. I love the blue. It shines this way, but it doesn't shine this way, so it doesn't help my really visibility. It helps my visibility on the right side, so I can see like deer crossing or whatever. But this, it just made my vision go from here to way down, and it just downgraded.
Snapchat.
Ooh, Snapchats.
You know that if I had a 6th thing, I have some major beef with these brakes. I can't fucking stand my brakes.
Number 6.
You know what? Hold on, I got a little bit more beef with this car. These brakes are shit. The stock brakes are shit.
But how's it? 14 years old.
They're just tiny anyway. These things are probably smaller than your rear brakes. Good.
Number 4 has to be the attention this car gets. I know every WRX owner, the new models, even probably Anthony, people always want to race you. You get pulled over all the time, but just the fact that cops want to pull you over. I know a cop, he said we go after Subarus all the time. They're always mostly young kids and they just stereotype us. It's more of all Subaru WRXs and STIs problem, not more specific to my car. But people do give you cool looks. I like the looks in a positive way, you know, good thumbs up on the road. Anthony said he got a thumbs up on the road the other day.
There are actually statistics to show that the WRX is the single most ticketed car in North America.
Really?
So there is evidence, statistically speaking, to show that cops are out there and they're after us.
I mean, we were teenage boys. What else could they possibly want?
Look at this hair. I literally got frisked twice for checked for heroin, and I'm an Eagle Scout. Like, what the fuck? But you guys will find out about that in the next vlog. I mean, and the best part about this is you got a WRX. Like, yeah, it's quick, it's zippy. You'll get some boost, which is cool. It glues you into your seat, but it's not like a rocket. So you're gonna go fast. You're not gonna win races. You're not gonna beat the police anywhere because everybody's looking for you. So you literally take the L in races, you take the L with tickets, and you take the L with a lot of the negative attention that goes around too. So you really kind of, like, as long as you're not embedding yourself in the community, WRX is a cool option as far as attention goes. But if you're going to be part of the community as far as like tuners and cars go, just be ready to catch some negative attention.
It's coming for you. They're coming for you. 5th one has to deal with all 15 to 17 WRXs and STIs. Again, it is the fact that all parts on this car, aftermarket, are extremely expensive. These LED headlights, $145. The JDM grille, $160. $60 for a gloss emblem, a little paint. Like, come on, I could do that myself.
To give you guys an idea of this, I'm running, as you guys saw in a couple earlier vlogs. If you haven't, check that shit out like right now. Well, not right now.
Link in the description.
Keep watching, and then check it out because I need the views. I literally paid $25 to get these HID lights, and I installed them myself. They're easy to install, they're inexpensive to have, they look great, and they give me a dual spectrum so I can see really well with these things. He's over here paying $150 for his lights.
And these don't even, they just blink and are like They're
Yeah,
a cool
it's like-
sea light. I drive by people on the highway. These like wake people up. That's all it is. That's all I use it for. Like
Booberoo, we asked you to fix shit and you just made it more expensive and stuff still breaks. Like, what the fuck, dude?
even the Subaru OEM parts. I'm not paying $400 for STI front lip when I could buy it on eBay and it's gonna break anyway for 90 bucks.
Yeah.
Come on, like
Damn straight, dude.
Subaru, step your game up. I like you. I love your cars, but you gotta step it up.
So, it's been about 14 years, and we're standing here very cold on the outside and bitter that Subaru didn't change a lot of things. Don't get us wrong, we love these cars to death. Nobody in their right mind is going to make such a large investment to buy something they actually hate and then document it or keep it around. So you guys gotta remember that before you guys look at it and go, oh, Anthony's shitting on his car, oh, Jake's shitting on his car. Yeah, we're shitting on the little thing. There's a whole shit ton of stuff that we love. So much so that we probably couldn't list it all in one video. Which brings me to that next topic. We will be releasing a 10 things that I love about my Subaru WRX to balance this out sometime in the next month and a half. We want you guys to stay tuned. We want you guys to check out what we're doing because there's lots of big stuff coming in the future. Overall, these cars are fantastic cars, but they do have their downsides like any other thing. There is no such thing as a perfect car. All we wanted was for Subaru to fix some basic issues over the course of 14 years. And there were some things they did fix, and there were some things they did. I know a lot of you guys out there, if you're watching, from behind the wheel of your, 04 WRX, your 02, your, Stink Eye, Hawkeye, Blob Eye, watching
Evo
from
Eye.
behind. Yeah, whatever you're watching from behind. At some point in time, you shook your head and went, fuck yes, oh my God, no, why the fuck is this the case? And you're wondering to yourself, and we are too. Subaru, we are calling you out. We want to know why you didn't fix some of these issues over the course of 14 years. With that being said, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please feel free to subscribe and drop a thumbs up. If you have any flashes of insight or wisdom, drop it down in the comments down below. And make sure to stay tuned for the next episode. Feel free to look around my channel. And check out Jake's channel. I'll link Instagram and his YouTube in the bio and possibly right here.
Somewhere around here.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.
Wrx'S.